You saw part
Really?
of it? Cool.
Nice. All right, we are famous. You want to say hi to everybody? Now you're on the video. So wave. That's the camera right there. Nice. All right. We are going back to look at this guy's house. And it has a lot of white lights.
There he is. Hey, Christian.
Fine.
Tell you light on the deck so you can see when we tell it's live.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so these lights
do have RGB mixing, so if you want to do each color, you can mix them independently. Within the app, there are a couple features, and I'll just go and show you this.
All right, what is going on with the firework light display up here? Whoa.
switching to green mode.
He's had internet problems already. The live streaming has continued, but there was a real glitch on the Verizon. Right, it shows up across latency, it shows up across failing connections, and it shows up as a big skin in what got used on the AT&T, right? But hey, that's Speedify jumping in and saving you.
How to get really dirty in the mud. Doesn't that look like it feels great? But yeah, they live in these.
We had somebody ask online what a cannoli is. I'll let you answer that one.
My 15th year being in the studio. I trained probably about 7 years prior to that, so I've been in the game for a minute.
TV and radio station, yes.
And you're supporting this event?
The person, yes, I'm a volunteer, and yes, I am supporting the event.
We treat people that are experiencing anxiety, depression, eating disorders, addiction, PTSD, and trauma.
Because of you, now I associate, old school hip hop. Right? I don't think I did before, but now I do.
You're welcome, Don.
5G is just far more variable than 4G.
Dutch, what you eating on? Uh-oh.
Welcome. I'm Alex Gizes, the CEO of Speedify and the host of Speedify Live. We're outside the studio today. Sometimes you need to get out and test technology yourself. From watching our favorite IRL streamers, we realize that connectivity is the biggest issue that people have when trying to stream while they're out and about. We've solved that issue, so we're practicing what we preach. And we're hitting the streets to test our connections and our skills to bring you stories from outside our studio. Let's go.
I guess I'll talk first.
Yeah, please.
Introduce everything.
Welcome.
She rejoined. How about now?
How unplugged my mic? I replugged my mic. Can you?
Man, it's still choppy. What is going on?
For work, you know, VoIP calls, live streams, any of that stuff. I mean, you just have to be online, right? Being offline for 10 seconds and your stream can end. Still complaining about the heat? The phone's still complaining about the heat.
Oh, okay.
All right, so strange. The phone, which we carefully made sure was in Do Not Disturb, is no longer in Do Not Disturb. So anyone out there, tell my daughter to stop calling.
And it's a little warm too.
I don't know if the heat alarms turned it off.
I know. I'm curious now. I have to check into that.
Or lobster? I think it's a shrimp. It's an enormous shrimp, right?
I don't know. I'm hoping this calzone works, but if it doesn't, it's considered a stream emergency, I guess, because things do happen. Last year they did the longest cheesesteak, and they actually made the record book.
Brian?
Hi, besties. Welcome in. How's it going?
Hey! So, I'm Alex from Speedify.
My name's Brian from YouWereFound. Good to see everybody.
Our special guest today, we're doing a stream together from up in Bucks County, Peddler's Village. So we're an hour north of Philadelphia, where Brian and I both live. It is so hot. It is 93 degrees right now.
Yeah, stay hydrated, please.
I'm pretty sure the feels like is above 100. And it's supposed to go about 4 degrees hotter over the next 2 or 3 hours. So what happened earlier, we went live and immediately my phone overheated. So we're going to have technical problems that have nothing to do with the internet today. It is just too hot to be streaming.
It is very hot. I've run into this problem plenty of times, and I'll tell you, it is a hot day out here. The phones are struggling to keep up with us. That's what we're here in chat.
Away from the street.
All right.
Should we take a look at this first
So,
way over here, friend?
one of the cool things that they're doing here at Peddler's Village is sand castles. Giant sand castles. So we're going to wait till we can jaywalk. I know you don't like to do that, but we're going to do it anyway.
Don't let them know. They don't need to know.
But without getting hit by a truck. So one more minute, and then we're going to go check out the castle. All right. Part of the technical difficulties, we lost our mics as part of the overheat. So these don't actually do anything for us here.
They're all display.
But they make me feel better. All right.
This is a beautiful display here of the Front Hill Castle at Peddler's Village. Now, the Front Hill Castle is actually in Doylestown. And right now, Peddler's Village is doing a nice marketing collab where they're working with other local businesses to help showcase what they're doing. So we have this beautiful display. It was made by Sand Pounders, which is led by Chuck Fell. You can see it's a gorgeous display that we definitely don't want to touch, and we are shocked that Mother Nature has kept it intact.
Yes, I have a lot of questions for later when we talk to some people from here, like, why does this not collapse? It's fantastic. Look at that.
Sand Pounders is actually from Philadelphia, I'm reading. They have a beautiful little display here telling us about each artwork. Now, there's about 8 different sand sculptures that they have throughout all of Peddler's Village. We're just going to take a look at a couple of them today so that you guys come back and spend your time here at Peddler's Village to take a look at all the rest of them today. So let's head on to the next one, guys.
All right.
Speak up.
Yep.
You could tell Ryan that the mics are broken. He's not happy.
Yeah. No mics.
It's all right. I'm usually really told to keep quiet, so I'm refraining. I'll start yelling like I typically would.
Projecting.
Whoop!
You're projecting.
There it is.
All right. So, you know what this next one is? You got a good look at it up here at Business Center?
No, but thankfully they have given us a beautiful guide here to be able to know all of the local businesses, all the local restaurants. They have a brewery. They have all kinds. There's 2 water fountains. We found out there's 2. We both met at each water fountain. So there's definitely 2 water fountains, chat. And we're in this next display right over here. It is the Front Hill. No, I'm sorry. This one here is the Wildlife at the Beach. They're calling it.
All right.
Wildlife at the Beach.
All right. Oh, so
And I think my phone's about to fall.
Please look at the beautiful art before we dispose.
She rejoined. How about now?
How unplugged my mic? I replugged my mic. Can you?
Man, it's still choppy. What is going on?
for work, VoIP calls, live streams, any of that stuff. I mean, you just have to be online, right? Being offline for 10 seconds and your stream can end. Still complaining about the heat? The phone's still complaining about the heat.
We're at a point where do not disturb is
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Anya for calling.
All right, so strange. The phone, which we carefully made sure was in Do Not Disturb, is no longer in Do Not Disturb. So anyone out there, tell my daughter to stop calling.
And it's a little warm too.
I don't know if the heat alarms turned it off.
I know. I'm curious now. I have to check into that.
Lobster? I think it's a shrimp. It's an enormous shrimp, right? I don't know.
I'm hoping this calzone works, but if it doesn't, it's considered a stream emergency, I guess, because things do happen. Last year they did the longest cheesesteak, and they actually made the record book.
Yes, this is your phone.
We're back. Hopefully with microphones. You guys hear us?
It may be a hot day, but thankfully they have a beautiful indoor visitor center here that we can air condition and cool off at. And they have all kinds of goods for us to be able to look at too while we're here. So we're going to hang out in the air condition for a minute, try and see what we can do with these cameras, friends.
So I guess this is turning into a live shopping episode.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. You can still see that we may be indoors, but Speedify software is working great on us and hasn't been the issue at all. Overheating's the issue. And honestly, anybody in chat who is in this temperature would probably be overheating right now as well. So I think they understand.
Yeah, so the idea of a cooled camera is a good idea. We've just been using cell phones, and obviously not good enough once you go above 90 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's a hot day, chat. It's a very hot day.
So,
but you can see they've got all kinds of goods
strawberries.
In here. Peach
What's that?
season is actually on its way here. We're just finishing with strawberry season here. So they've still got the strawberries here on their way out because we're making room, as you can see, for peach season. Look, they got it all ready to go. We just need the peaches now, friends.
We got the shirts and everything. Can't see it. So let's see. I don't think this is me.
I think it brings out your eyes.
All right. Austin loves strawberries.
Oh, I love strawberries too, Austin. They're so good. We also have some blueberries over here too, some marmalades, sweet hot peppers, all kinds of stuff. Seems that it's made from a local village general store. Anything but the ordinary is what it says, friends.
All right. Yeah, the bluegrass blueberry shirts probably work better for me.
I think that would bring out the color in your eyes.
Yeah, I think that actually would, unlike the peach. Yeah. All right, what do we have here? Sesame. All right. All right.
Check over here.
Yeah, let's keep going. We've got the mics. All right.
Oh, man.
Dressing, country dressing. Wide variety of unsweetened applesauce.
Yes.
Cinnamon
They have
applesauce.
apple
Getting
butter.
better.
Now, I'm from Amish country, so apple butter is definitely my flavor of life. I love it. They have all kinds of treasures here. Now, we're at Peddler's Village. It's only about an hour or so outside of Philadelphia. They're open every day with local, straight north, exactly right. Right up 202, can't miss it. They have a lot of different local artisans, vendors. I've noticed almost around 60 shops, which is crazy. It's very cute, very quaint, a nice little village kind of hometown feel to it. And shh, don't tell anybody. We were told you're allowed to have a beer or a beverage and walk with it. And on a hot day like today, it might be something worth looking into after this, I'll tell you that.
All right. Nice. All right, YouWereFound. You just received 113 biddies from user.
Thank you, user. Where would I be without you, user? You're going to help pay for our cell phone cooling system, so we appreciate you so much.
Yeah. All the money just keeps going into new gear, right?
It sure
to keep
does. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
So why don't you tell us more about your stream, Brian?
All right. So I've been streaming for about 1.5 years on Twitch, and I started off doing gaming, hanging out with some friends, and it quickly turned into where we are now. Mostly focusing on hanging out with the besties is what I like to call it, and we do a lot of IRL streaming, which is actually how I've been in connection with Speedify. I found their software about a year ago, I want to say. And I've been a fan ever since, just because when I'm out on the go doing my IRL streaming at the beach, at the gardens, at my mom's house in the middle of nowhere, it's nice to be able to have multiple internet connections that come together to create that one super bonded connection so that we have no connection issues. No connection issues, we'd like to think. But Verizon's
we have
holding
no
us
connection
back.
issues.
Verizon sometimes
it's a
holds
heat
us back.
issue here.
Yeah, it's a heat issue today, but you know, sometimes Verizon or T-Mobile or AT&T is the issue at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been doing IRL streaming for almost 1 year now at this point.
So where are some places you've IRL streamed from recently?
We actually just went to Atlantic City recently at the beach. We also have gone to tubing down the river in the Schuylkill. we've done that a couple times now. That's a blast. And actually next week we're planning on a trip going camping in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. So tune in, guys, because we'll be camping all weekend in Cape Cod. We're going to Martha's Vineyard Island and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be a blast. So we're really excited with that next week, guys.
All right. Ellie Face says, this connection is flawless. Yeah,
See?
We're using Speedify. We're combining 2 internet connections.
We love that.
Everything is great.
We love that.
And Austin Wolf loves camping.
Yes!
All
Camping's a
right.
blast.
So yeah, last week I went up to upstate New York and biked the Erie Canal, but I don't camp, right? So ride 40, 50 miles on the bike, stop at a hotel.
Yeah, I understand, especially in this weather. Yeah,
I'm good for spending it. And upstate New York, it's 10, 15 degrees cooler, right?
Yeah.
It's high 70s,
yeah,
low 80s. Just a big difference. All right. So you have any big plans? What else do you have coming up?
So we're going to Cape Cod next week. We also do have a stream planned for a food festival, the Oyster Festival in Chincoteague Island. So we have that on the books coming up as well. I'm also planning a trip to Six Flags theme park. So we do have Six Flags theme park on the way. And I'm going to do whatever I can to try and strap my phone to my chest and go on a ride with you, okay? I'm telling you, you heard it here. We're going to try our hardest to strap the phone to the chest and see if we can get chat on a ride. So that's my goal when we go to Six Flags.
All right.
What's your setup?
Oh, our setup here. Right. So we are using an iPhone 12 Pro, right? So, 3 cameras. On it, we are running Lyric's Broadcaster to RTMP stream the video. And we're running Speedify to combine both the cellular AT&T that's in that iPhone, and I think the Wi-Fi is actually on the Peddler's Village here. My Verizon phone here doesn't seem to be working so well today. So they have Wi-Fi here, so we're using it. We're putting those two together, and it's working pretty well. The other thing we're using a DJI Osmo gimbal. So that's what stops the camera from shaking. We found it made a huge difference in our video quality.
Oh yeah, I love using a gimbal. I have literally 3 gimbals, and if one dies, I've got another on the go in case we need her.
What's your typical setup?
My typical setup. So I actually have 2 different setups that I would use. Both of them are using Speedify. So my main setup is under construction right now as we prepare it for the Cape Cod trip next week. But I would typically have a GoPro camera that I connect into an encoder that is also a router, which is something that they would typically use when they're producing news events and they're trying to send the signals to their van. I have something that I purchased off Amazon that's able to do that, an encoder Wi-Fi router. And that is pumping it right to a server that is then pushing my feeds right onto Twitch. That is the convoluted big setup that takes quite some time, effort, and whatnot, because connecting to the GoPro, we are using a Raspberry Pi Wi-Fi tablet. So I'm able to just use Speedify on that tablet. It's going to be able to connect 3 internet connections. So we could have 3 internet connections on my tablet that then pushes it to my GoPro so that we're able to get it out to the web, to the besties. It's a pretty big, hefty setup, so it requires a backpack and the whole 9. If I'm doing a smaller, shorter stream, we really like to do a similar setup to what we're using today on Speedify on this live stream. I do have an Android phone that I use, and I have 2 internet connections to the Android phone using Speedify software, and then we're able to push that RTMP feed right out to my server. So it helps to be a little easier and less incognito. Sometimes when I'm carrying around like a big GoPro, people are like,
pretty obvious.
He's filming, like he's famous,
Yeah.
I'm not famous, chat. So having a phone's a little more discreet. It's a little easier to just like, we're going to the mall real quick. No one needs to know that we're filming, or we're going to the arcade right now. Shh. So I kind of prefer to use the phone. It's also a little more user-friendly for the masses. So
nice. So actually, can I ask you some business questions?
You can ask me whatever you would like.
So Warby Parker, right, is
Yes.
one of your sponsors.
Warby Parker is one of my sponsors right now. Yes, I have been working with them for 2 weeks on a sponsorship right now for prescription glasses, contacts, and sunglasses.
Nice. So how did you land that?
So it's a lot of networking.
Hello.
It's a lot of networking, honestly, but it was a sponsorship that was actually offered to me because I have been working with a lot of other businesses and brands at sponsorships, and I kind of have a good history with doing really well with sponsors, so I've kind of been able to use that to project to other brands, and they are able to sign contracts with me, which is really exciting. We do have some more sponsorships in the near future that we're working on as well, and it's not easy, but it's definitely something that helps. I only like to partner with brands that really help my lifestyle, help the viewers' lifestyles. So Warby Parker is something that I use every day because I wear contacts, and so it was just a great fit.
The Bex person points out,
Hi,
Brian
Bex.
is humble. He's definitely famous. And yeah.
Stop. I'll accept all credibility though. Thanks, Bex.
But like, who was your first sponsor? I think a lot of people are wondering, how do they get started getting sponsors? And
It's
trying to do
actually
a big shot like you.
It's actually kind of funny. Before I was doing live streaming, I actually was a professional brand ambassador. So I've actually had over 50 different sponsorships throughout my history, mostly in the food industry, in the food world. I started off literally just doing samplings and demonstrations, and it led into one thing to another. And before the pandemic hit, I was a full-fledged, full-time marketing brand ambassador with up to 10, 12 sponsorships at a time, and doing trade shows, events, expos, wherever they would send me. I'll be the face to your brand out in the field and smile and make sure everybody leaves with a happy face. So that's what landed us here today. Am I right, Alex?
Nice. Yeah.
But if you want the truth, listen, this is my big, huge business secret, and you guys better not rat on me. But I hit brands up on Instagram and say, are you looking for somebody in the Philadelphia metro area? And you'd be surprised. 9 times out of 10, they're looking for somebody in the Philadelphia metro area or beyond. So being bold, going out there, being confident, and just trying to find these brands. And they need me more than I need them.
You don't ask, you don't get, right?
Yeah. They don't, I mean, especially brands that are in like California or another state, they don't know what's going on where you live. So if you hit them up and say, I know what's going on where I live, they're really inclined to probably say yes.
Nice. So how do you figure out like what to charge? I'm not trying to figure out what you charge, but how do you figure out, you got a number of viewers?
It comes with experience. I mean, I have over 10 years of experience doing this, and I have the analytics and I have the information to back up my work. I mean, people are able to see me in public and see like, oh, he kind of knows what he's doing, in comparison to some other brand ambassadors that could possibly not be nearly as excited about something as I can be. So most times, if you want the truth, we do just network. People see me out in public and they say, who do you work for? And I say, I work for myself. And we start that conversation. But in the long run, it depends on what kind of work we're talking about. If I'm traveling, we're going to charge more money for that. But if we are staying local and if it's a small business, we try and cut a little deal. So pricing's very subjective.
Yeah. I don't think anyone knows what this stuff's supposed to cost.
You know what I mean?
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So Rigel Pax says,
hi, Rigel.
We're all about bringing it to the people.
Yes.
Nick's Mad Science says, I could have sworn I was already following. So I guess he
yes. Thanks so much, Nick. See you.
Austin Wolf says you have some talents.
There we go. Ooh. I'd love to hear that.
Ken Mama Play says, Brian is the ultimate bestie. We love his motivation.
Thank you so much, Ken Mama. You guys are making me blush on camera. You're not supposed to be nice to the
streamer. You
streamer.
said you weren't famous.
You're not supposed to be nice to the streamer. Shh. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Nice. All right, should we drift? What are these things? Should we drift on to the next section?
Yes, please. And I think we have a special guest at the end of this, too. So
yeah, I hope so. All right.
That's the one that I'm really liking.
60
Oh, that's right. They're hitting their 60th anniversary. I totally forgot to hit on that.
That's right.
They're hitting their 60th anniversary, too. When is the 60th? Do we have a date?
So the 60th is all of this year.
All of this year is the 60th.
June of 1962.
Oh, 1962. June of 1962 is when the whole shopping center here is open. That's wild. Jeez.
Right. Should we pull her in now?
Yeah.
Maybe I give her my mic and let you interview her.
Sure.
All right. Here we go.
Do you go in front of the sand buckets?
Sure, yeah.
So talk into the mic and I'll get out of the way here.
You're going to stand in front of those if that's okay?
Right over here.
In front of those sand buckets. Be cute, right?
Oh, yeah. I love those sand buckets.
So if you'd like to introduce yourself to the Speedify family here.
I would love to. I'm Christine Hensel-Triantos. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications here at Peddler's Village, which is a really fun place to work. I get to look
I
at
can only imagine.
sand sculptures every day this summer.
You're talking to city folk too, so this is a view.
It is absolutely a view.
Yeah.
Usually the weather is, it can be really pleasant and nice opportunity to go out for a walk, stroll around, visit some of our really great shops. We've got
I'm so excited.
60 shops here. Almost all of them are locally owned and operated. So it's
exciting.
likely that when you walk through the doors, you're going to be greeted by the owner themselves.
That's so heartwarming. I'm like, am I blushing? That's so heartwarming.
With really unique merchandise.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful. It's not new. We've been around for 60 years, but what
Yeah.
we like to think is we're getting better and better.
Every day.
We
Yeah.
have become known as an entertainment destination as well as a shopping and dining destination. We also have a hotel here on premises with 66 rooms spread throughout the village.
That's so cool.
And we've got, a lot of people don't know that we also have an indoor family fun center called Giggleberry Fair, which is really geared
I did
towards...
see that on my walk around. That's exciting.
Yeah, the carousel in there is 100 years old, actually, this year.
Okay, jeez. Might be the oldest thing I know here. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love the quaint feeling. It's a nice village, like homey kind of feel when we've been walking around. And I'm really excited that you guys brought this sand sculpture exhibit here too. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you've got going on with all the sand sculptures? Unfortunately, we weren't able to see too much, but hopefully we'll catch one on the way out. But please tell us more.
Absolutely. We are so happy that this year, our 60th anniversary year, we were able to reintroduce sand sculptures. So at this point, we have 8 of them throughout the village. And the intent is really twofold. One is it echoes what was done for the 30th anniversary here at Peddler's Village in 1992 when there were large sand sculptures on the property.
Wow.
So we wanted to, bring that back and give a nod to the tradition here. At the time, it was really popular and successful. Hadn't been done for 30 years. So we decided to reintroduce them, but we brought them back. Actually brought back 8, not just a few, but we brought 8, and they were created over the period of a month by internationally.
It only took a month? Oh, sheesh.
It was.
I'm thinking it took forever. I couldn't do anything that gorgeous.
It would have for me. Yeah, I couldn't have done
it's
it.
Crazy.
We had internationally known master sand sculptors here,
including some from Philadelphia, as we saw.
Yes,
yeah.
There's one from Westchester. They're so talented, so amazing. They worked, early morning to late at night, creating what you see now. So the other intent, really, of this display is to be able to tout to our visitors that Bucks County has a lot to offer besides Peddler's Village. So we wanted to call attention to Washington Crossing, historic park. We wanted to make sure that people knew about the Bucks County Playhouse and the railroad in New Hope. All of the attractions that are eager to welcome tourists.
Itself, yeah, I love that. Which would you say is one of the most popular or the biggest or the most exciting art displays to see here today?
The centerpiece of the show is really the one that is a Peddler's Village themed sculpture, and it has it stands. I think it's about 10 or 11 feet high. And that was created with, it's a collage of iconic elements of Peddler's Village, as well as, celebrating some of the history.
Wow.
So that's a fun one. And that's right in the middle of the main green, where most people pass it.
Beautiful. So tell us more about what are some of the most exciting shops or destinations or things that bring people to Peddler's Village here? What are some of the highlights or some of the most exciting events that people can look forward to here?
We've tried hard to offer something all year round. And before COVID, we typically had monthly festivals from April through December.
That's exciting. We love festivals.
Festivals are a lot of fun.
You can stream at festivals. You hearing that, chat? We can stream at festivals.
We're bringing back the festivals this year in October, November, and December. And until then, we've changed our model so that we have monthly themes that echo the festivals of past years. But for May, June, July, and August, and in September, we really basically kind of bring a theme in and extend it throughout the month.
Oh, wow.
Our first weekend is a kickoff weekend. So this weekend, in fact, here at Peddler's Village, we're kicking off our peach month.
Yes, we were just seeing all the peach stuff you've brought in. That's exciting. You're making room for all the peaches. We love that.
Peaches galore, and we've also got...
Peaches and beaches. It's
You know
right
it.
on their website. It's on the website, Chad. I didn't make that up.
You know it. And we've got sidewalk sales that are happening too. We have one annual sidewalk sale. All the merchants participate, and that's happening Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll
That's
repeat
tomorrow.
it
Friday's
next week.
tomorrow. I guess we're going to have to come back tomorrow.
That would be fantastic.
Could you believe? I wish. Beautiful. Let's see. So I saw you guys have 2 water fountains as well. Are those original water fountains that are from here?
I can't tell you exactly when they date back to. The fountain in the courtyard is, I know, several decades old. Jeez. I don't know that it was originally here. I suspect maybe not. But the landscaping that you see in the little waterfall in the pond area.
There's gardens all throughout while you're shopping. It's a very cute, quaint kind of town with little cobblestone moments here and there. It's really cute.
It is a special place.
Yeah.
The history here is really interesting. A couple by the name of Earl and Sheila Jamison, who were really young at the time. They were in their, if they were in their early 20s, I would be surprised. But they decided after a trip to California, they went to Carmel, they saw Disneyland. They came back to Pennsylvania where they lived here in this area, where they owned a nearby nursery and floral operation. And they said, hey, we want to do something like that in Bucks County. And they rolled up their sleeves, and literally the 2 of them, eventually with a team of people, created what you see today. So they did all of the landscaping plans. Sheila was into horticulture and was trained as one. And they, Earl was very much a business person, but also very, very, very interested in design and the property development and maintenance and shops through the years.
60 plus shops. That's beautiful. Yeah, you guys have a beautiful metaphysical and spiritual store that is here. That is one of my favorite destinations.
Journeys.
Yeah, I love going there. I actually bought a friend some tarot cards from there, and she uses them all the time. Shout out to Lady Capone.
There are a lot of cool discoveries.
Yeah, it's really nice because it kind of weaves around throughout, so you have something around every corner. I saw on my way in a candy shop, and I was like, I don't see that candy shop. I don't see the chocolates right there. But I'm going to see them on the way home. Don't worry.
Did you also not see the ice cream shop and the...
She's spoiling it all for us. I'm going on vacation next week. I can't. Oh, beautiful. Do you have anything else you'd like to tell us about Peddler's Village, or anything else you want to say about the business here and how beautiful it is?
So we're totally looking forward to welcoming a lot of visitors, not only this coming weekend, but the rest of the month. Fall, I will do a little plug for fall and the holidays.
Yes, please, plug away.
2 seasons. So it kind of ramps up from this point that builds. In early September, we'll introduce our annual Scarecrow Display. We typically have more than 100 scarecrows that we put up in it. They line all of the paths of Peddler's Village, and people come for several weeks. You can vote. The public can vote on our mobile app, our Peddler's Village mobile app. We award cash prizes to the winners, but we keep all the scarecrows up until Halloween. So they'll be up through the end of October. And then we'll roll into, we have our feast in mid-October, which is very much about food and drink. And, there's a little bit of beer involved too.
Food's relatable. We like food.
And then we have our turning with, it came back last year, and this year I think it's going to be even bigger and better at Apple Festival in early November. And then the lights come on November 18th for the holidays, and looking forward to that point in time. It will not be as hot. I suspect.
Yeah.
It'll be a little cooler.
I'd be concerned if it was.
And we're looking forward to welcoming visitors like we do every year from all over, not just the country, but all over the world to see our display.
It is a nice holiday display. I saw it, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago, and it was really cute. It's very friendly. You have a lot of kids and people of all walks of life. It's really wholesome moment, I think, and it's super heartwarming, especially when you can get some cider, some mulled wine or stuff as well while you're hanging out. It's a good time. Where can we
So we have a wonderful content manager by the name of who manages all of our Peddler's Village's accounts. Our handle is Peddler's Village on Facebook, Twitter. You can find us on YouTube, Village Insider, and launched a TikTok channel for us as well. So you can find us there at Peddler's Village. We're having a lot of fun with that.
Make sure you guys follow them on all their social media as well, friends, please. Well, I appreciate you talking with us. It was so nice to meet you.
We're so glad that you came over today.
We're
Thanks
definitely
for
going to
giving
have
us
to
a
come
chance.
back and do some more, and hopefully it won't be nearly as hot, so we'll be able to get in there and show everybody a real inside look.
You're welcome back anytime.
You hear that? Anytime. Uh-oh. She can't get rid of us now.
Thanks so much.
Hey, thanks so much for talking with us. I appreciate it.
That was awesome. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, some questions about what these microphones are. They're Rode Go Mics 2. And so they're actually kind of cute. These little wireless things.
This is what I want, chat. This is what I want, chat. Okay, you see this? Get a good look.
Right, so you can also, clip them to your collar or
Yes.
put another mic on.
Yeah.
And so it's 2 of them, and you can plug them into an iPhone, Android, a computer over the USB. And so they show up to the phone or whatever as a stereo microphone.
There you go.
Right, so
That's
you're
what
the
we
left
need.
channel, I'm the right channel. So you can't expand it to more than 2, but it's fun and easy. 2 mics hooked up.
I like
and
it.
they're good. They do a great job
It's a
of
great quality. It's a great
picking up
quality.
the audio of what's in front of them and not the audio
Yeah.
from other places. We went a place where there was a band 20 feet away, and we were all shouting into the mics hoping to be heard. And we watched the video afterwards, and it seemed ridiculous. We're shouting for no reason.
what?
Quiet background music that
That's funny.
nobody would have noticed. So, all right. Oh. Yeah, I can't scroll back. Yeah, people are saying that the audio is crisp. And
Yeah, isn't it so clean? These
Austin
are really
Wolf
nice
is saying
quality.
two mics are better than 1 mic, yes.
2 mics are taken.
Yeah.
How the heck are you getting multiple wireless connections into
Oh.
one app?
Speedify. So it's our app, spelled this way. It's in the App Store or the Play Store. You can download it from our website, speedify.com. It runs in the background and makes your phone be able to use, or your computer, all the internet connections it has, which normally means Wi-Fi and cellular at the same time. And it makes them look like they're just one internet connection. So one of them can stop working, or both of them can be kind of slow, and we'll just put them together and get you better internet.
The app is available for a trial online as well. So if you download it, you do have a trial with it. So you can try it out and see how it works for you and for your needs. That's actually how I started out with it. I tried it out and I
Yeah, you're a
fell in
real
love.
user, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm a real user. I'm cured, chat. I'm cured.
He's not being paid to be on the show.
I'm not being paid.
He's not being paid.
This is. I got a bottle of water and a shirt. Here's the payment, chat. Y'all listen.
All right. So 143. What do we want to do?
I say we should try and just see if we can. We've been in the air conditioning long enough. I'm refreshed. I'd say the cameras are looking nice and refreshed. We have 3 cameras, 3 internet connections. I think we can try and trot our way over to the main display that shows off the Peddler's Village display the most. So, you guys want to try it out?
Let's do it.
Let's just try it.
So I almost feel like we should say bye now, in case the phone overheats as quickly and shuts down.
If
So-
it overheats, chat, we had a blast. Thank you so much. But I think we can definitely try and make it there. It's not too far. We'll
Let's do
jaywalk
this.
as fast as we can.
We can do it.
All right.
We got this.
Here we go. Whew. Well, it hasn't gotten cooler, but there's a cloud in front of the sun, so it's not quite as bad.
It doesn't feel so bad when you're in the shade, chat. It's just the tech feels bad. So we're nursing the tech right now, but we're doing the best we can out here on what feels like over 100 degrees.
Yeah, it sure does.
But you can see
Jumping between a kilobyte and 0.
this right over here, and then we'll be at one of the displays. So hopefully we'll get you chat. Now here comes
So, oof.
So
All right, well,
we were told today that Bucks County is known for their covered bridges, which is really exciting. I did not know that. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a... I didn't know. Display of one of their sand sculptures that is the covered bridge. We're unfortunately not going to be able to take a look at it today, but we do get to see the beautiful Peddler's Village display right over here at least.
Nice. So this is the big break in the 60 years, right?
You got it. It's a nice collage, we're told.
They've redesigned every one of the sculptures. It's nice. Is there 8 total sculptures?
Total sculptable. They still look for. Have already been here for like 2 weeks. I want to. No, a whole month. This exhibit started in June.
Yeah.
They've been here over a whole month, and they
this
look
is 50 tons of
fancy.
sand.
This isn't like collapsing or melting. You must know what they're doing. It's gorgeous work.
Yeah.
And we were told that it took roughly 30 days for them to complete a sculpture, which, what? This only
sign
took 30
claims
days?
12 days.
12 days?
12 days.
12 days. And it's crazy because the whole thing here, it's literally sculpted all the way around. All the way around. You can see it says right on the back over here, Peddler's Village. They've got the restaurant we're standing over here near. Right there, Cock and Bull, the restaurant we're standing near is literally carved right in the display. How wild is that?
Wow.
So this is only one of the 8 displays they have here at Peddler's Village, right in Bucks County. This is the biggest one on display. The pride and joy, the centerpiece of the shopping center and of the exhibit.
So many details, right?
Literally. Where's the "You Are Here" star?
Lady Capone says, that's incredible, talent.
Leave.
The Bex person says, 12 dang days. Wow.
I think of my little and then
Mostly and then Speedify to combine the multiple options to keep it online. All right, Austin Wolf says it's incredible.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
All right. Do you think we're done here, or
I'd say so. I mean, there's
to one more before everything melts down?
We could take a look at the water fountain.
Renegades. Stop us. Such tough guys. All right. So we'll take the long way around to the fountain because we're good citizens.
So there's a beautiful
Peddler's Pub.
There's a beautiful store we had heard about called Wizards and something or other, where Wizards and
Ankles. All sounds good.
You can see how beautiful the landscaping is, though. They've done such a great job. I don't know about you, friends, but I don't have very much of a green thumb. I can't even keep my city indoor apartment plants alive. So the fact that they have this thriving environment out here is just a beautiful place to spend money and shop, right? Right?
All right. This is nice. Got some good camera shots here. Here we go out with a nice view of the water.
It's nice and calm, nice and refreshing.
Classical music in the background.
Yeah,
Classical music in the background. The mics are probably not picking up. Austin Wolf says the place is so chill.
Yeah, it really is.
Rigel Pack says I would love to just be in a chair sipping a cold drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to be doing here shortly after, and you're more than welcome to join us, Rigel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it might be cocktail time.
Yeah.
It is warm here, so I think before we go through the whole overheat thing, I think we're gonna say goodnight. Oh, we just got our first thermal warning, so we're on our way out here. Good night, everybody.
Thanks so much for being here.
And thank you, Brian.
Oh, of course. Thanks for
This is
having me.
awesome.